We now return to Let's Play S.O.R.S. Okay, we have a new little element to the game, which is patient chat. Something that I have not really bothered with because it seems like a pain in the ass to implement. I guess we can read this, the scanning help stuff. Press the mouse button, good and green indicates, indicated by high-pitched beep is a good scan, bad scan is the low buzz. Observe the color of the scan reticule, yellow indicates cooldown, red indicates ready for scanning. Try to scan whilst cooldown is in progress. Trying to scan will reset the cooldown. Experiment with different scanning techniques to find the best way to scan patients. Warning, bad scans occur due to residual machine noise. An incorrect area of or non-patient body scanning. Bad scan points should appear at random and should be ignored. Remember where bad scans appear so you do not consider them when diagnosing the patient. Chat to patients to reduce the chance of complaints by 60%. Okay, now we can look at this, and this is something that I don't even want to use this. Chat to patients to reduce the chance of complaints by 60% in the instance of a wrong diagnosis. Command chat. Switch the console to chat mode. Should be C. Stop. Return console to diagnosis mode. Should not be stop at all. Inquire, empathize, listen, explain. Chat commands to use for different patient types and progress patient chat. Progress patient chat. Probably. See guide table below. Succeed by interacting correctly 3 times with different personality types. Patient what? So I have to do that? What? Patients can have multiple traits, so require nuanced responses. Choose which command to use based on patient's job, initial chat response, and the next chat response. Patient should then be happy enough with communications. I see. So they'll possibly have 3 different things based on whatever. So the personality trait, if they're leader domineering, as identified by like a CEO, they often want control, we need to listen to them. If they're detail-oriented, like a scientist who likes details and thinks ahead, we need to explain to them. That doesn't make any damn sense. Creative and impulsive, we need to inquire. They're like composers and live in the moment, no interest in details. Sociable and caring, like a nurse likes caring and talking with others, they empathize. We need to empathize with them, okay? I'm not going to use any of that right away because hopefully I won't screw up that badly. But I think that if I do, I mean, really, all this is doing, we're basically wasting time talking to these people to make them happy so that if we screw up, and that's the thing too, is that, I mean, how do you even know you've screwed up until, I mean, it just, I don't really see a use for this, to be honest. But anyway, let's move on to the next patients. Day boat trips are a popular form of entertainment. Many people take them to see the empty expanse across the oceans, even taking pictures to capture this space. Alright, here we go. 6 patients at 65%. Daily note, chat to patients to reduce complaints. I don't think we have to if we do it right. Let's hope we do it right. Okay, tries to learn new skills. That's healthy. You've got pretty high blood, so I'm willing to bet that you do not have... Come on, give me a glucose. There you go. You're fine. Slightly higher, but it looks like it's kind of within range. Yeah, it's totally osteoporosis. So you are 42. We don't actually need to do anything. We just need to diagnose you. So there you go. Goodbye and thanks. You can see now this chat box has opened up. Hunches at work desk. Hello. You should change your lifestyle. Do you get on with your colleagues? I guess. I'm just going to ignore you, lady. Okay, that's hanging around that 2 mark, and that's a little bit above the 1, but actually that's a little bit above the 2. Those other ones are high. That one in the middle is average. I'm going to say you don't have osteoporosis. Probably have diabetes, though. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you totally do. So, bye. Often dehydrated. Now, one thing that might come into play here is that we have to talk to patients not just to keep them satisfied. You've probably got osteoporosis. Yeah, you totally do. Not just, keep them happy if we screw up. That might come into play that we have to actually use that as a way to... Actually, you're good. As part of keeping them satisfied. Like the whole thing I mentioned with the beeping and the heart rate screwing up and whatnot. I mean, it might be foisted upon us that we have to actually deal with that. So you got diabetes, regularly speaks to friends. You do worry about the population crisis, though. So I'm surprised you're not a little bit stressed out over that. Come on. Yeah, you totally got osteoporosis, too. So, 52, you need a follow-up. You've also got diabetes, right? Yes. Feels lonely. Hi. Probably should talk to you, but you don't have diabetes. The nurses are very polite. I'm good for that. And you've got osteoporosis. Actually, I don't need to do anything with you. See ya. Eat snacks instead of meals. You shouldn't do that. That one is slightly higher. That one's quite a bit higher, but that one's hanging around the 1 down there. Come on, give me another one. Give me another good one. That's hanging around that 2 as well. You know what? I'm going to say you do. A designer. So we have to give away a scan. Come on. There, you've also got diabetes. Let's hope that worked. Probably not. Oh, it did. Nope, it didn't. Yep. Incorrectly prescribed osteoporosis. So I was basing it on that 1 that was hanging down around the 1 mark, and then the 1 outlier that was by the 2. The stuff on the left was really high up, so I guess that should have thrown me, but that's what I'm talking about. You really don't know sometimes with that diagnosis. It's really fucking annoying. You've seen what I can do. You know I stand for exposing the truth here. Will you help me? There's no going back. Do not ignore this. Yeah, sure. We'll help you, Wintermute. Good choice. I'll be in touch. I'm assuming this is an AI. I could be completely wrong, but, you know. By the way, if you help me, I can make your life easier here. For a start, I promise I won't hack your equipment anymore. Although remember, that last time wasn't me. I think whoever that was, they're responsible for the disruption and patient deaths that have been happening here. It's them we need to catch. See, now, if this had been attached to this, and I would actually waited, this little bit here could have been helpful. I mean, obviously, you know, it doesn't really matter that much whether I said yes or no, but it might have been useful to find out what I was getting out of the deal. Anyway, as a sign of trust, to show I want to help you, let me warn you, you're going to be hacked again, and it's not me. A new musical. Hey, Gaz, did you see that new musical that's out? They satirize that religious group that's calling for some sort of human-led rapture to fix the population crisis. It's basically genocide. I'm glad they're getting mocked. The music's really catchy, too. They even make fun of those skyscrapers that are one religion only. Do you like musicals? Sure. Great, we can book tickets. Now that might not be so great because I've already pissed off the religious group. This might have them be even more upset with me, I don't know. News alert. Last year was, according to a recent study, the most harmonious in political history. With governments across the globe having to work together in the face of the population crisis, many previous issues of contention have been resolved or forgotten about. John Dode, a political commentator, said, "Sadly, it's taken a global crisis to bring us all together. But the good news is, we've weathered the worst of the storm and governments are still cooperating." For now. Dear Doctor, congratulations on your your excellent shift in recent times. As a reward, you have been allocated extra time in a future shift. To redeem, simply type time 88 to get extra time on your shift. So I now have 4 of those. So that's fine. Yesterday, hey! Great to see you last night. I hope you liked my mean garnishing skills. By the way, I heard you can use time 80 to get extra time. Okay. Write that one down as well. I now have 5. Unfortunately, 1 use only. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go back to page 1, because I guess next we get to look forward to being hacked again. I'm not sure what that's going to be. I'm sure it will be a blast. Okay, deep breath, and here we go. The newest social network, Heartbeat, tells you your friends' pulses. You can then use this to guess what they're up to. Oh my. Here we go. Patients to see 6. Scanning hack. Another scanning hack? Why couldn't it be the diagnosis panel? Why does it have to be this friggin' thing? Okay, so I guess we'll find out really quickly here what the various axes are. I'm probably going to fail this one. This is 6 patients. The last one was what? Was it 6? Maybe it was, I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so that's inverted. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. What the fuck? Lung and gastrointestinal cancers? What? What? I wasn't told about that one. What's going on here? And now I can't even, the colors. I'm gonna say you've got osteoporosis. So the lung and gastrointestinal cancer thing is not something we've dealt with. Okay, you've got diabetes as well. Heart rate normal, otherwise you are 30. So I don't think I need to do anything. Oh, I need to give you an injection. Yeah. Pre-op chemotherapy. Yeah, see, I have no friggin'... But I think that's probably a sign of things to come. Quit smoking 2 years ago. That's healthy enough. That's a pretty low osteoporosis. Oh, yeah, okay, you've got that. You've got osteoporosis. You don't have diabetes, so you're 54. That means you need that. So this one isn't so bad, but it's less than 5 hours of sleep. But now we're seeing yet another wrinkle in the complexity and difficulty of the game. That's only slightly higher. That is pretty higher. Okay, I don't think you have it. That's what I'm talking about. Those outliers will just completely screw you up. You are 78 though. Admits to smoking heavily. That, yeah, you totally have that. Diabetes. You got that too. No. We don't actually need that because you are younger. Quit smoking 2 years ago. Wait, whoa, what? It's not inverted anymore. You've got that though. I just realized it's not inverted anymore. 38. So now what's screwing me up is the extra little thing in the diagnosis window. I wonder if that means some of that's going to disappear too. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. You need lifestyle choices. Give me a real... Okay, these are slightly higher, but that one in the middle... Now you got it. Feels depressed. We took care of that. That is low. That is even lower, so you've got that too. You are 78. You get it all. Wow. Not bad. I knocked them all out of the park. 100%. We didn't even have to talk to anyone. Hiya, Gaz. We've introduced a new technique for all doctors into the scanning room. It's called S.O.R.S. Surface Enhanced S.O.R.S, which itself is an acronym. Oh my god. We inject patients with a nanosphere solution that targets specific tissues and receptors in their bodies. We can then examine and analyze the various concentrations of these nanoparticles. Check your diagnosis guide for more details. I'm sure this is going to be horrendous. Lung and GI cancers. You can start using S.O.R.S to diagnose lung and gastrointestinal cancers, cancers of the stomach or intestine. Please check the diagnosis guide for more details. For now, you'll only be looking for cancer, so only scan around the lung area. Upgrades. Good work so far. There's scheduled maintenance due to your equipment, so we can also fit an upgrade. What would you like? Faster scanning rate, which means a faster cooldown between scans, yes, or a lowered scan noise, fewer bad scan points due to equipment error. You know, So there would be fewer bad scan points. Obviously, you know, if I'm screwing up and not getting directly on the limb, I'm still going to get those errors, but we've been getting quite a few errors, and it would be nice not to get those. It would actually... Oh man, this is actually a tough choice, because fewer errors means I'm able to diagnose quicker, but a faster cooldown means I can do more scanning. Now, if I'm doing more scanning but there are more errors involved, that's not helping me much. I mean, it's still faster than it would be as it is now, but having fewer bad this one's really hard. I really don't know. Let me know in the chat window due to budget constraints. Enhancement. Okay. You know what? Let's go with rates. Yeah, because we now have more things to check for, so I need to be able to scan faster. Makes sense. You can gather more data from the patient in the same time period. Yeah. That hack. Dennis, hey dude. Heard you had issues with your equipment. I've had a look at it and all seems fine. Weird. By the way, have you ever played Terraform? It's pretty cool. Last night I saved a continent from an epidemic with my level 12 biologist. Then I got slain by an elf. I hate those damn things. News alert. More protests have arisen around the government's decision not to default to the death penalty for all crimes that carry a traditional sentence of more than 2 years. Human rights groups have commended the government on not bowing to pressure, despite growing space, food, and health problems in the more crowded districts. Hey, buddy. You hear about the cinema upstairs? I'm so glad they're finally building extra stuff for us to do. I can't remember the last time I watched something on a big screen rather than a virtual using my glasses. Next time we meet up, maybe we can go see something. It's a horror film for me personally. I love them. Zombies all the way. Yes. Sweet. Our plan. Hey, I'm glad you've agreed to help me. Together we can expose whatever's going on here. I need to find some way of drawing out whoever's behind this, so keep going to your shifts for now. I'll keep you updated. What is he going to ask me to do? Or she. Since this is a picture of Lady Justice, we'll call it a she. Hey, it's good to finally find an ally. However, I need you to cease all comms with your colleagues. They're all guilty, so you can't talk to them. It'd have been nice to get this email before Armando. So you can't talk to them. I'm going to block some of their emails to you. I'm sorry, but everything worth having comes at a price. Also, don't worry, I've hidden my own emails to you behind meaningless data, which should cover my tracks. By the way, this is about trust, and I trust you. My real name is Rachel. Hey, we called that one. I'd ask you for your name, but I know it already. Well, then what am I supposed to reply to? I mean, this is yellow, so I'm supposed to reply to this. I'm Gaz? Invalid command? But you know that already. But you know it already. But you know... Oh, fuck you. Well done, dear doctor. Well done on your recent shift. You are half the way to earning a reward for your achievements. That's great. Okay, so... I was supposed to stop talking to people, but I already talked to him. So... Okay. I talked to... I wonder if this counts. God, I hope this doesn't count, that I can't reply and get my reply rates back. So, so you're blocking emails. You're blocking emails. So if it's not blocked, it means it's okay to have comms? I don't know. We're going on to the next part here. New lung and gastrointestinal cancers. Let's check out the background first, because that's something I'm sure all of you want to hear about. Cancer is a condition where cells in part of the body reproduce uncontrollably. These cancerous cells can invade and damage surrounding healthy tissue and spread to other areas of the body. Cancer is a common condition and becoming more common as people live longer. Currently, over 1 in 3 people will develop some form of cancer in their life. That's outrageous. Over 41,000 people are diagnosed with lung cancer in the UK each year. Smoking causes 90% of the cases. Gastrointestinal tract cancers include cancers of the esophagus, stomach, pancreas, and other areas. Pancreatic cancer is the 11th most common in the UK, affecting 8.8 thousand people a year. What's that C stand for? I don't know. Stomach cancer is slightly less common, affecting 7.3 thousand people a year in the UK. I'm sure it's probably a little bit more than like the 7 and 8,000 thing. I don't know. Esophageal cancer, cancer of the throat, is the 9th most common in the UK. GI cancers are often diagnosed using an endoscopy, where a doctor uses an endoscope to examine a patient's body cavity. The S.O.R.S technique combines two methods to allow for detection of low levels of biomarkers in a patient. Suitable markers such as nanoparticles can be injected into a patient and tracked. These markers can be engineered to attach to certain cells, like tumors, to allow for easy detection. False color images are used to measure the concentration of those markers. A block of 4 white squares indicates cancer. 2 or 3 white squares are created and moved with each correct scan. What? Blocks will break up with further scanning, but will reform. What does this even mean? How the hell do I use this? Okay. So, something like that then, is what it's talking about. Scan the patient's lungs to create and move white squares in the false color image, large colored squares. A block of 4 squares indicates cancer. Once a block is formed, it will break up on the next scan, but reform quickly. If no cancer is present, white squares will move around, but will not form a block of 4. It's up to you how long you scan before you decide to diagnosis. Oh, great. Each false color image relates to a different part of the patient's torso. Each image also tracks one type of cancer. Bad scans move white squares randomly. If one cancer is indicated, only one false color image displays a block. Prescribe lung and cancer and pre-op chemotherapy. If one cancer is indicated, only one false color image. So, okay, so that means that, well, I guess what it means is that later on we are going to have a little bit more. I mean, it's going to have different things we do for other. So the green then is what, reproductive? I mean, if this is, I guess we'll probably just have to scan all of this. I mean, we'll look at where this is and just scan all 3 parts, but it seems to me that since this is only lung and gastrointestinal, well, I mean it probably goes down to the bowels, so we'll have to scan all 3 parts. Oh god, that is going to take forever, and that's going to be even worse when we have the mouse things, the mouse hacks, treatment. If one cancer is indicated, only one false colored, okay, that's important to remember, only one, because later on we're going to have the 2s and 3s. So that's going to be, maybe I should do that one first, and then do the legs, and then do diabetes, because that one's, although diabetes is a lot easier to get, I think we'll have to scan for cancer first to do this efficiently, because otherwise, if I just run down on time, because, you know, if I'm checking, like, the legs for osteoporosis, and we just have to wait and wait and wait and wait to get the freaking dots, then, yeah, okay, we'll have to start doing that first. Okay, God. Here we go. Most jobs provide accommodation to workers, which means losing your job has dreadful ramifications and can result in homelessness. It's like UKIP took over the world of S.O.R.S here. And it clearly is a UK developer. I mean, just the references to only the UK and what's going on with UK statistics would kind of indicate that. Plus, I'm a doctor, so, you know, that makes sense to me. Scan the patient lung area and use red. Oh, okay, so we only have to scan the lung area for now. Okay. And use red, FSC, to diagnose. Now let's look at the bottom here. There's nothing new there. Okay. 6 patients. Here we go. I will note, you should change your lifestyle habits. I will note, oh, let's actually check that stuff. You know what? I was going to say, okay, you probably don't have anything. We've had nothing show up yet. I was going to say, in this situation, at least until we have to scan for more types of cancer, you've got that, we could do the chest and the arms together, and that would be a little bit, and you've totally got that. You are 37, you have nothing that we actually need to give you, so you're out of here. I missed oh, because of diabetes. Oh, fuck me. Heartbeat is very high. She's very... That really stressed her out. Okay, you're fine on that. You've got diabetes. That's around the... That's a little lower than the 2 mark, and that's not much higher, so I'm going to say you have that as well. Next, diabetes, go. Tries to learn new skills. Okay, you've got that. Three dots. Here we go. Only 3, you probably don't have it. People's lives are at stake, and I'm just basing my judgments very loosely. You know what? You probably got that. Okay, you are 42. Stressed, but relaxes with yoga, so that's probably fine. Okay, you've got that. Uh-oh. Oh, you've got that. That looks a little bit healthy, so you don't have that. So we need to do that and that. Right? Yes. Quit smoking 2 years ago. Fantastic. We'll start out with this. Oh, come on, come a little bit faster, would you please? Okay, you don't have that. At least, that's what I'm going to say. Come on now. Okay, you've got that. You know, the noises actually, I think I made a bad call on that one. Because this doesn't actually seem to be going any faster. You know what? That's you don't have that, so 39. Eat 6 small meals a day. I believe in the world of this game that is healthy. Okay, you've got diabetes. And you've got that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's a little bit above 2. I need something on the right there to make me feel better about this. Okay, I don't think you have that. So we'll go 1 and 4. Okay, so I didn't do too bad there. Yeah, 83%. Could have been much worse. At least now we know what to look for. And I think, you know, within the first 2 or 3 scans, we have a pretty good idea whether or not we'll have that cancer show up. Oh, should press space to leave so the countdown doesn't go. Yeah, God. I need to figure out a more efficient way of doing that. You know, just staying within that part of the body and then going over here. I dread the next time the scanner is hacked and I'm moving it all over and I have to fight that. It's not going to be fun. 13 frickin' emails? Are you kidding me? Government targets. We've recently been told by the government successful diagnosis targets have to be improved. The hospital now has an accuracy target of 70%, active immediately for all doctors. Great. So that means what, I can miss like 1? Also, due to continued pressure for all citizens to get good health care, the number of patients this hospital will admit has been increased. All doctors are now expected to see at least 7 patients a shift. Are you freaking kidding me? You will be pleased to know, however, the shift times have been slightly extended to accommodate these changes. Well, good for that, I guess. I do have 5 codes that I can put in. Hey, I told Jane this. A friend of mine recently lost his job and his life is awful now. He's in a slum scraper. It's so crowded, full of poor, jobless people. Can you imagine living somewhere like that? But I guess he has a roof over his head. Ciao for now. You heard of slum scrapers before? I have, but I can't talk to you because my friend told me I can't. Dear all, as CEO of this hospital, I try and protect you all as much as I can, as we are a team who save lives, and need our own space and time to do so. Unfortunately, my hands are tied with these latest target changes by the government. We are having an ongoing discussion, and I will keep you all updated, but please be aware the targets stand for now. Hackers. Gaz, as you know, our systems have been hacked multiple times recently, and there have been several severe incidents of patient misdiagnosis recently also. Due to this, we, the management, are investigating all doctors and their communication streams. I'm leading this personally. I'll be in touch soon with more detail. Oh, thank you. New targets. Hi, Gaz. I hope you're not too put off by the new targets. To be challenged is a good experience, or as my favorite philosopher once said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Cinema, hey again. I spoke to the building facilitator. Cinema should be with us in a couple months. Bellissimo. To be honest, I was getting bored of watching TV in my quarters or playing games on my arm. Entswear? What? Entswear stuff is cool, but getting boring after a while. No? You seen those new ARM laptops? Now see, the thing is here, part of this game is deciding who to trust, and so this computer... I swear to God it's an AI, I don't know. But anyway, this hacker who is supposedly trying to help me could totally be dicking me over. And I could be alienating my coworkers by, not helping them out, and they could in turn screw me over in some way, I'm sure. I mean, one of the things about keeping good ties with the people is that they give me these codes, right? So by not talking to them, by not engaging in them, or with them, I might be missing out on a bunch of that, and who knows how this road is going to go when I keep talking to the AI people. Jesus. These targets, oh my God. How many times are they going to change targets? How can we be expected to get through all these patients accurately in that time? I know people who've been fired for not being accurate. How can we be accurate when we can only spend so long on each patient? Stupid. Sorry, rant over. Okay, don't worry. Hey, don't worry about the increased government targets. I've sent you a cheat word to help, have you? Where is it? Do you remember that security question you were faced when you first logged on? You were the second doctor to face that. The first was the one fired earlier. You're in danger. I'll tell you more later. Because I decided to save a murderer? I just need to sort some things first. Hey, I see your CEO is still frustrated by my presence. I can evade their precautions easily. But there's someone else with access to all parts of the system which is strange. Might have something to do with your equipment issues earlier. Are you a trusting person? Well, in real life, no, but we'll say yes! Well, don't be. Oh. You'll be ripe for picking. I have had friends who did bad things with people's data. They got access to private info because these people were too trusting. See? People will screw you. Learn that lesson. I'm willing to bet you're going to screw me over. Everyone in the game is probably going to screw me over. That's the twist. There is no happy ending. I mean, if this game is really that deeply inspired by Papers, Please, there is no good ending. Dear Gaz, you were recently sent an email by Dennis Newman. Unfortunately, this email cannot be found in the system. We apologize for the inconvenience. Oh, no, 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 Dennis. Dennis sends me good things. You cockmonger. Undelivered email. You were recently sent an email by Dr. Jamie King. Uh-oh. So she's probably going to get on my case because I didn't reply to it. I mean, these are reds. We apologize for the inconvenience. It should be useful. I picked this off the S.O.R.S system. Remove 93 to remove a patient from your treatment room and send them to someone else's shift. Useful for those tricky patients you can't solve. Besides, I need you focused on the task at hand. Oh boy. Remove 93. Okay. Well, I wonder then, what this is going to mean, what I should, I mean, these aren't priority mails, so it's not necessarily important that I do respond to everyone. So maybe I can not respond to Armando here. Armando. Okay, I mean, seriously, one of these is a spelling error and should be fixed. But that's pretty common for this game so far. Okay, well, things are only getting worse. Oh my god. I'm not looking forward to more hacking to make all of the scanning issues worse. I'm not looking forward to that at all. It's hard enough just trying to keep it all in a good flow. So this game is really going to test my ability to organize and especially, I mean, I don't even know how much extra time we're getting. I'm assuming it's not going to be much, like 30 seconds maybe. We'll find out next time.